good afternoon, and konbanwa, wherever you are in the world. I am the idol to give you the wings to fly. Cyber Angel, Rita Kamishiro, at your service. Welcome in. How's everyone doing today? Hello, Satan, Eternal, Bio, Advent, Demon Warrior, Meridan, Yonjunana, Chicken, TND, Derek, welcome in. Hello, Shez. Hello, welcome in, Mercenary. Hello. I just woke up from a nap. I feel very refreshed. I woke up from a nap, had a busy day, had idle side job, and I did some cleaning. And then I did some cleaning. A little bit of cleaning and laundry, and then I thought, I had a busy day today, I'm gonna take a nap. So I took a nap, and I enjoyed the rest. And now I'm here to have a nice cozy time hanging out with the Archangels today. So if you haven't joined us for the other two videos of this build, we started I guess I should start from the beginning. This is a Donathon milestone poll we did. You all got to decide which model kit I went with. So we went with the RG Wing Gundam Zero EW. So thank you for helping me choose. I'm really excited. I think I'm mostly just excited for it all to, like, I guess, come together. I want to see the wings on it. But today we're doing the arms and the head of the model kit. So we'll get there eventually. Since you missed the last few streams, you forgot to ask, since your last Handcam stream, how did the simulated universe go? In Honkai Star Rail? It went well! I defeated that world, and since then, I defeated another world in simulated universe. So I think it's been going well. And thank you so much for celebrating your membership anniversary, Sir Simple-Lot. Thank you very much. Okay, I have to open up the manual a bit. I also have to remember to shift this way. So that you all can see what I'm working on. Good morning! Hello, welcome in. Oh yeah, I have to be careful not to breathe directly into my headset mic. Okay. Arm unit. B10 and B1 is for the other arm. This is real. This is me. Literally two words. Sorry, I went to grab my runners. 2 words can, like, set me off on a singing tangent. Where's the rifle? I think we haven't made it yet. I think there is a gun for this one, but I don't know where in the process we make it. I'm just following the order that the manual is in. There's not a lot to write home about when it comes to the twin buster rifles for the RG Wing Zero. Is it just 2, like, lines or something? I think I saw it then. Well, we'll take a look at it later. That's why you're one of my favorite streamers? Oh, because I randomly burst out into song? I don't do that, like, on purpose. I don't know. It's like I don't think to do it. It just happens. It just happens. I don't think in my head, like, oh, what's a song that I know that has this? My brain kind of just wants to, like, verbalize that thought, I guess? I don't know. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now. Is it a habit even outside streaming? Yes. It's so fun, we can hear it twice. I was actually singing a lot of Twice this weekend. I have friends who really like K-pop, so a lot of Twice karaoke. But I guess it makes sense that I have a lot of friends who like K-pop. Because I also love singing. Fancy! Ooh. I love that song. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. You always have a good voice. Thank you. I'm glad you all enjoy my random outbursts. Thank you for the super chat. The moment you complete it, you are a Gundam. Oh my gosh. Me? Little old me? Okay. Figure it out. So, oh, I see it! Look! Do you see that? It's a little punch. Punch! Pew, pew. I know that my camera quality is not super great, but it's like this. Pew. You see that? I know I don't have the best camera quality. Apologize, but I suppose it has. So, hold it like this, and then I twist this 90 degrees somehow. Bro fist. Oh yeah. Pew. Back to what I was doing. Let's see. Hello, Cyto Kid, welcome in. And hello, Gudao, how's it going? How's progress going? We just got started on the arm. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, I already moved this a lot, so I don't know what direction this is supposed to be. I accidentally moved these bits right here just because they're very easy to move, so I don't know. I'm gonna assume that we moved them to the right spot. Okay, and then we move it down. There's that. This is the front. And oh, okay. It goes and it goes like this. Get in the car. There's a song that's on TikTok that it pops up a lot. Gets stuck in my head. That super chat just gave me an idea. Time to get Armored Core and make a Rita themed mech. Oh my gosh. That's so exciting. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's that. Okay. It took you 2 hours to perfectly build a god Gundam? Foot and leg? What's a god Gundam? Or do you mean good Gundam? I don't know how long it took me to build the feet and legs. I don't remember. But 2 hours sounds good. Good job. Amazing. Hello, Takachi. Welcome in. God Gundam. Whoa, that's crazy. I wonder what that looks like. From G Gundam. And hello, Cairo. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. I'm like getting too focused on this manual and all the pieces, so apologize if I get a little too Deku focus mode. Sorry, I'm just like I'm looking at the. Whoa. G25. Whoa! Okay, sorry, I'm like reading it and trying to understand the manual. Maybe here, because I'm looking. For me, I'm looking at a digital manual, so I can zoom in really well. But I'll show you what I'm looking at. It's pretty insane. It like these parts fold up and down into the thingamabob. Okay, crazy. So far, the rest of its companion units are not in RG so far, but I do know they are all in MG, to which Ultron, Heavy Arms Custom, and Sandrock Custom are all web shop kit. What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm very new to it, but I'm willing to learn. It's like a different language, but it's exciting. I love learning. I love language learning. Oh, there it is. There's a little notch. Oh. Notch. It's not your fault. Oh my gosh. And Noah, thank you so much for this super sticker. Very much appreciated. They're online exclusive, basically. Oh, I see. Where do you normally buy your stuff? Uh-oh, it didn't fully state. Huh. Okay. We gotta just try harder then. Careful not to hurt it. I'm sure it's very gentle. Very fat guy. Well, I guess I gotta... Oh, I have to straighten it out first. I see, I understand. You usually get yours at toy stores. When you go shopping for a model kit, do you have one already in mind and just hope it's there at the toy store? Or like you call ahead or something? Or do you just go and see like, I'm just gonna see whatever catches my eye? Oh, because it moves up and down. Oh, wow. It's like, it looks like a hydraulic system, but it doesn't have any water. Whoa, that's cool. Wow. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. It's awesome. And then you move it up and down. Whoa. Oh. Okay, so you can switch out the B part. That's why they have little different hands. Oh, I need to get G25. It looks like. Go right here. Oh. A pneumatic system? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You just gotta try harder then. Well, oh gosh, my camera got bonked. It's okay. Yeah. If at first you don't, what did they say? If at first you don't succeed, try again. I don't know who said that. But somebody said it. I don't know who. Don't ask me. I'm not an expert at quoting. Okay. Normally go shopping with a model in mind, but if it's not there, I have a backup in case. What if your backup's not there? Usually get the first thing you find interesting. I see. So do you like buy stuff from like series that you've seen, or like do you just buy something that you think looks cool? I guess save the money. No backup, save money. Ah, that's the responsible thing to do, huh? You all are responsible. I see. I see now what kind of people we are. Just kidding. I also wouldn't buy something if it wasn't what I wanted. I'd say whatever looks cool. Yeah, I think for me, whatever looks beautiful. And I loved the wings on this one. So, well, I had my reasons for each one that I put on the poll, but I think the reason why I like this one is because it's beautiful. Look at that. Snip. And snip. So a friend recommended the RG God Gundam and RG he knew as a good start to get the rare grade. After that, you're building the Gao Gai Gar. I've heard so much of this Gao Gai Gar. What is it all about? Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Sorry. Don't mean to pass on not a sneeze, a yawn. Just woke up from a nap. I don't know, whenever there's a change in season, I always tend to feel a lot more sleepy than normal. G25. I wonder why it looks like. Oh. I see. Oh. Any Five Nights at Freddy's fans? I'm not really a fan. I don't really know what it's about, but I know their movie is coming out, so that must be huge. Five Nights at Freddy's Nation. How are you feeling? Orp. I know that's a thing in the game, right? What's the cultural significance of Latori Doors? Did you know that that's from the Carmen Suite? I'm a classical music fan, so. I don't know how to speak the language that it's in, but I don't know how to say it properly. But it's like Latoriadors or something like that. Oh my god. What? Oh, the song from Five Nights at Freddy's. Isn't there a song that's like really popular in Five Nights at Freddy's? Latoriadors. Dum bum ba bum. You're a fan of the lore, and June was suffering while playing a few days ago. Oh no! Why? Is it really that scary? E112. E112. Oh my. Galgaigar is a super robot show, part of the Brave series by Sunrise and Takara. GGG. I like that GGG. Wasn't there a movie where the grandma had a tattoo and it was 3 Gs? It was Hoodwinked. Yeah. That's cool though. A Japanese Galgaigar is basically a Japanese transformer. A combination of a stealth fighter, a drill tank, commuter train, and a robot. I like how commuter train is thrown into there. I like that. Very versatile. I like that. Yeah, that's the song Freddie himself sings. I didn't know he was a fan of classical music. That yawn was contagious. Oh no! I'm sorry. It was less scary, more frustration. Oh. Night 5 isn't a joke, that's all I'm saying. Oh, you mean the game is not as scary? It's just frustration. The grandma was so cool. Yeah, and Hoodwinked. Gosh, I'm trying to think of... I just know in the movie, I remember there's a one line where the rabbit goes, "Watch out for Keith." Oh my gosh, because it was a group of evil villains and he was like calling them all to like do stuff. And he was like, "You do this, you do this." And then he goes up to, and they all have these like super villain names. And then he goes, "And Keith, dang it, Keith, change your name. It's not like scary," or something like that. That was so silly. E12. Oh, now we're putting the skin onto the arm bone. The arm bone's connected to the... This thing... I don't know. Da-da-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-boom. E1. That was so funny that he was the odd man out. Rip Keith! Did Keith die in the movie? I don't think anyone dies in Hoodwink. Watch out for Keith. Snip. Ooh, that was a nice snip. Okay. Hope the FNAF movie is better than the Slenderman movie? Wait, I don't remember there being a Slenderman. I didn't realize. Whoa. I remember how people used to, like, try to pretend to play Slenderman in real life. That's so scary. Howdy, hello, welcome in. It ended in bad guys being arrested? Oh, you mean the Slenderman movie? Oh, no, you're talking about Hoodwinked. Sorry, I've been switching around between each of the different movies. The Slenderman movie was really bad. Why? Was it just like not a faithful adaptation? Okay, E14, E114 and A5. E114. Is this E1 or E2? Oh, it's E114. It's a shame Gal Gaigar's English dub didn't complete because Media Blasters had cast Dan Green, king of overacting, as Taiga. It was glorious. Oh, interesting. I don't know all the lore about it. I don't know much about... Today... Well, because I've heard you all talk about it before in chat, but I wasn't sure what it was. Until today. Today's my first day in point. You're loving the FNAF movie memes that make fun of cliche lines? Like me leaving the theater when they say maybe the real bite of 87 is the friends made along the way. Is that real? Wait, did it already release? I thought it hasn't come out yet. Well, the thing is, I don't keep up with FNAF stuff. Not a fan. I know Leah likes FNAF. Do I have that right? I recall she really likes it. Maybe I'm misremembering. I don't think I have too many friends who like FNAF. Movie comes out this week. Who's going? Any fans? Anyone going? Have fun. Enjoy the movie for me. Let me know how it is. I wasn't planning on going since I'm not a fan, but I'd love to hear what you all think about it. As fans, as non-fans, that line isn't real. It's a joke making fun of how current pop culture, especially Marvel, use cliche and tired tired lines. I remember, oh my gosh, there's this like one lady on TikTok, and she like makes memes about like Marvel movies. It's where I got the "and he's right behind me" isn't the line. And he's right behind me. So funny, so silly. I wanted to get snow cones today with some of my friends, but turns out the snow cone place I like go to is gonna be closed by the time we finish. So I'm wondering if maybe we should just go get like shakes, like milkshakes or something, or I think we should just not go and go another day. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to. I eventually will go get. Hold on, I'm gonna turn my fan on. By the way. Oh, my owies, my acrylic stand almost fell. Hang in there, owie. But I don't know. Milkshakes! Yeah, because we've been watching, well, today anime night was canceled. We've been watching Jujutsu Kaisen. And we were trying to get our friend caught up on season 1. So we were watching that with her. But now we're finished catching her up on season 1. So we're watching season 2 together now, finally. Because I didn't want to watch it without them. Okay, times 2. I have to do this twice. Okay. Yippee! Okay. Get that out of the way. This one. Get out of the way. Oh. A lot of the ice cream places near me closed for the winter season. That makes sense. Business-wise, that makes a lot of sense. Glad to hear anime night is going on. Yeah! I'm really happy that like it's still something that we do. I feel like, especially with like people's lives happening, you know, I'm glad that me and my friends still find time to hang out with each other. Yeah. Well, of course, sometimes we have to like not cancel. So today's wasn't canceled. We just moved it to tomorrow, and you know that happens a lot, right? When we're always very understanding. Oh, thank you for the heart reacts. That makes me happy. But you know, we're very understanding of each other's like schedules and lives, because you know we're all very hardworking ladies. So you know we always are very understanding of one another. But I can tell that like it's very much like anime night is very much a priority for all of us. So, and like I can feel that sort of like, you know, commitment from my friends, and it makes me really happy. Have I finished one part of Jujutsu Kaisen Part 2? Oh, you mean like Season 2? I haven't started any of Season 2 because we were waiting for our friend to get caught up. So, no spoilerinos. I have seen the movie though. I forgot. This has the Undergate bits. Hello, Ran. Welcome in. How's it going? This is so random, but I saw Yura's list. I wonder if she responded to my tweet. My reply on her tweet. She tweeted that she just finished Gundam Unicorn and she wanted to watch Witch from Mercury, and I thought, oh my gosh, I've seen Witch from Mercury, and I wonder if she'll invite me to watch, to rewatch it with her. Oh my god. Typo, yes, Season 2? No, I haven't yet. So, we're just about to start tomorrow, because we were waiting for her to finish Season 1. Snip. 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 Your hobby shop is having a lottery for a perfect grade strike gun. What is perfect grade? What's the scaling on a perfect grade? Every kit you buy, you get a ticket, and if you show up to the Bill Days event every Saturday, you get 2 tickets. That's cool! Whoa! Oh. The watch is full of manga spoilers. Okay, thank you, Advent. The Jujutsu Kaisen fight. And good luck, Windering. I hope you get the perfect grade. I hope you do. 1/60th? Whoa, that's cool. Witch of Mercury, is that a good one? I don't know. I feel like I've never really watched any other Gundam series. It was my first Gundam series, so I don't really know how to compare it to. I enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed watching it. So, I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know why I haven't watched Gundam sooner. I feel like because I like space operas. I don't know. I feel like maybe, I don't know. I guess I just wasn't really super. I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like maybe something. I had like some sort of canon event that was like, maybe I'm not super into Gundam. You heard that Witch of Mercury wasn't that great, which of Mercury. Sorry, I read witch, like the question word witch, and I got really confused. I was like, which one what? But then I realized you meant Witch of Mercury. It's good for beginner Gundam fans. Yeah, I liked it. There's so much Gundam I wouldn't know where to start. That's also a fair point as well. I like this. What is this? There's that little armor piece, I guess. You love the G-Witch Gundam design, especially love the clear chest line. Witch from Mercury starts uber slow, then picks up towards the end of first season. Second season was on the muddy side, but drove the rest of it all home. I don't know, I liked the beginning too. Like, I don't know, maybe I liked slower stuff sometimes as well. I don't know, I really liked it. I will have to say, it was already very complex for me with all of, like, the different, like, families and companies I had to keep track of, but despite that, I was still, you know, I think that's why I was really intimidated by like, Gundam series, because I didn't know if I'd be able to, like, catch up with stuff. Can't catch up. I get so distracted by the randomest things. But, I don't know. But I like space opera stories, but I guess I'm just intimidated by all of, like, the different things. But at the same time, I love, like, really, like, lore-dense stories. I guess my brain can't handle too many lore-dense stories at one time. I don't know. I feel like maybe it's like, obviously, you know, Gundams themselves are a very fantastical idea, right? It's sci-fi. But I feel like maybe it's too... I've always interpreted Gundam as too, like, strategy, like, war strategy based. And I feel like I'm not really super interested in, like, war strategy and things like that. Which is why I liked Witch for Mercury. Because it was very, like... I don't know. I don't want to say very corporate. That's not what I meant to say. But it's very, like... It was like business battle. It's a battle, but with businesses. Battle of the businesses. Really interesting. But, I don't know. Rita has the cutest voice. Thank you. You're so sweet. I'm just doing my thing. Just doing my best. To build... Oh, I put this in the wrong way. No wonder. No worries. Oh, I forgot to get the undergate bits again. Silly me. I'll get it. Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh, did I not do this run right? Is it because of the undergate bit? No, it shouldn't be. I just gotta plop it in there. Oh. It's like that now, is it? Okay, I understand. You think I would enjoy Iron-Blooded Orphans? The story revolves around found family. I love found family! Stop! I love the found family trope. Gosh, I love that trope. Which is why I really like Our Flag Means Death. Silly group of pirates. I don't know why I haven't watched... No, I know why I haven't watched One Piece. Too long. Too long for me. Do I have a favorite mobile suit? Well, I'm a newbie, so I guess my favorite one is the first one that I built. Well, we'll see. I haven't built this one yet, so I haven't decided. Alright, I keep doing the build stuff away from the camera. Can't do that now, can I? Let me snip the undergate bits off. I forgot. Undergate. I'm gonna snip it off. The undergate. I forgot. Bum 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 bum. There we go. It's easy to say start with the original, but considering it's done very on the cheap end, even by 1979 standards, not everyone can put up with that nowadays. That is fair. Like, I remember I tried going back and rewatching, like, Sailor Moon, but I couldn't do it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Little bit fell off. Uh-oh. You're supposed to go here, silly. Don't fall out of the thingamabob. Okay. There's those two pieces. Welcome in, Alex. How's it going? Okay. Oh, now we're gonna put it all together. How exciting. Okay. Okay, A20. That's such an insane, intense name. Iron-blooded orphans. But don't you have iron in your blood? Wait a minute. I figured it out. Look, it's the pizza circle. I want to cut that out and use it as like a pizza tent. Not tent. I don't know what they're called. Okay, A20. A20. To me. Oh my gosh, you know how I've been telling you all, I've been working on the charity milestone reward back from the charity concert. It's a viola cover of a Genshin song, and I was listening to the final mix, and you can hear my breathing. It's really cool because, of course, you have to. For me, at least, breathing is just as much part of the music, even though I'm playing an instrument, right? I think a lot of musicians can say the same, right? Even if they don't use their breath technically in music. But for me, I use breathing as a way of, like, marking my rests or things like that. Like, I use it to keep time and things like that. And, like, or, like, really feel the emotion, right? But in the mix, you can hear, like, you can hear the breaths I do on the pickup. I'm excited. I'm getting this really cute art done for it, and I hope you all enjoy it. I really do. I've been trying not to spoil it. So I've been because sometimes, you know, I like to hum a lot, so I was nervous that I would, like, accidentally hum it or something, but I haven't. You want to know why? Because the Shostakovich waltz is the one that I keep humming. Because it sounds like the prison theme. Da 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 dum ba da 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 dum ba da dum bum. Is that Matt you have there? It is me! It's from it's one of my old birthday merches. I know, eyeball emoji. Are you all excited to see it? Bwomp, 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 bwomp. Bwomp, 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 bwomp. Maybe I'll actually cover that waltz. Do a classical music piece. I don't know, I feel like... Would you all be interested in me doing more classical music stuff? Performances? Oh, I have to take off the hand. Wow! Okay, I can have another hand. Okay. Wow, that snapped off really easily. Been keeping an ear out for any hints you give. Nope, the Shostakovich waltz is just really strong in my head. Whoa, that was a cool snap. Okay, arms are doing pretty well. Maybe we'll have we'll see. We'll see how long the head part takes. Ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. But yeah, I took one of the suggestions. I listened to everyone's suggestion when I put out the YouTube community post for which Genshin Fontaine song I was gonna do, and I picked the one that I thought sounded the nicest. And I thought would be a fun little like thing to play. The one that I thought most people would like. So I think you all will like it. And the one that I thought was like very, I mean they're all very Fontaine, but I thought it would be nice. Okay, E115. Would love any music you do. Thank you. I'm just glad you all enjoy the music that I put together. Here's all the hand bits. Found you. E1. Okay. Snip. 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 Da 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 da. I think Enkanomiya has a good soundtrack in Genshin. Yeah, I think just Genshin in general, like, overall has a great soundtrack. For now, I'll just do this hand. The fist hand. That would be great. I love classical music, especially on piano. It's beautiful. Yeah! Yippee. Okay, I'm glad you all have been enjoying my classical music. We should do another viola practice soon. Yeah, we should. Careful, Rita, if you're almost building on the head part. On wing 0, very sensitive. My friend broke one while he's building. It's lucky he has. Oh, a V-fin. Oh, you mean this thing? You mean the eyebrows? That's what I call them. Boom, 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 boom. Now I have the Shostakovich waltz stuck in my head. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, there we go. All right, and then the shoulder, and then we do this the same thing all over again for the other arm. Looks like it. I think so. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Too bad since Genshin it doesn't count. It isn't. Wait. Too bad since Genshin is a continually updated game. It doesn't count for subsequent game awards for best music. Oh, true. I guess. Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about that. My goodness. What a shame. That's too bad. Oh no. I said, oh no. I was gonna say, oh, I almost dropped it, but I accidentally mixed the two words. I mixed almost and no, and I said, oh mo instead. Oh mo! Okay, A17 and F11. What's this one? Perfect. Just the runner that I needed. A17. Oh mo! If you drop off a shelf when the kit's built, it could break it. Yeah, I would think so. I mean, I think if you drop anything from a certain height, it would break. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Undergate. 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 Does Xenoblade 3 have good music? Does Xenoblade 3 have good music? It's so good. I love the Xenoblade music. I've been wanting to watch the music theory videos that people have put out for it, but I also don't want to spoil myself. Yeah. Will I be doing a singing humming stream again sometime soon? Yeah, so this weekend. My cover release and then after party, I'll be singing some songs at the after party. So tune in for some karaoke fun. Oh, it's gonna be great. How was Chapter 5 of Xenoblade 3? Is this gonna turn into a Xenoblade stream? If so, I'm all for it. It's Chapter 5 is a lot. Okay. Spoilers for the next 15 minutes. Potentially the rest of the stream. Depending on how long you all get me to talk about Xenoblade. Oh my gosh, it's a lot. So let me start at the end of chapter 4, because that's what I was working through this weekend. So I had a lot of fun hanging out with my friends. I had a nice little Halloween party, as one does around this time, right? Ate lots of good food, sang lots of songs, all that good stuff. But I also got some time to play some Xenoblade, right? Very important to me. Wait, part 7 too. Oh, is this out of order? Okay, the manual that I'm looking at is out of order, so I'm gonna use my paper manual just in case. Oh yeah, okay, they're missing the whole bit. But yeah, I'll start. Okay, I apologize if I lose focus on you guys when I go into Xenoblade talking mode. So, okay, I'll do the shoulders later. At the end of chapter 4, the part that I was picking up from at the beginning of the weekend was B1, just B1. Was when they were finally in Kevez's castle, and I did the first part of the Kevez castle bit. Oh yeah, so I finished the fight where Uni like had all of her like flashbacks again, right? Because like the whole group confronted Yorin and Consul D, and it was that whole fight where I could go on again about how much I enjoyed that fight, but I talked about it before previously, so I don't want to talk your ears off. But I really liked that fight. Again, Uni and Taiyan are my favorite characters, so getting to see them like working together as a team. And I don't know, just like being there for each other was really nice. So I enjoyed that battle. And that's the last thing I had finished before this weekend. So I finished chapter 4. They like were running. They were like, okay, we gotta go. We like destroyed the Annihilator. We gotta go. And they're like running around the castle. And they guess where they end up? On accident. They end up in the throne room. And they're like, uh-oh, guys. This is the last place we want to be right now. So they're like, we gotta go. We gotta go. And so everyone's running out except for Noah. Noah's like staying behind and he's like looking at everything. And Mio stays back and is like, Noah, what are you doing? And Noah's like, wait, is that who I think it is? Because there's a bunch of these like pods, right? Like they're like cryopods like this. Yeah. It's like Melia. Not Nia. Melia. I'm assuming that's the other lady. But anyway, so in the throne room, they have a bunch of these like cryopods. Like they're like this, and they're stacked like this, like on top of each other. It looks like so in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, they're like birthing pods, aren't they? And I was right. I was correct. I've seen enough sci-fi to know what they are. It reminded me of when we had to go rescue our son in Mass Effect. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yes. So they see all that and they're like, ew, what is that? Oh my gosh, that's creepy. I don't like it. Let's go. And Noah stays behind and he's like, wait, what is that? Is that person who we think it is? And they look into one of the pods and it's Ethel! I saw it and immediately was like, oh my god, it's Ethel. And for those who don't know, Ethel is... Well, welcome in, by the way, Worm. We are talking about Xenoblade. Should I put a little note? I hope you all don't mind my silly little occasional Xenoblade tangents. Beware XC3 spoilers. I spelled spoilers wrong. Spoilers. Okay. It says beware. Xenoblade. Hang on, let me. Beware. I'm chatting about XC3 spoilers. There we go. Yeah, no would be good. Just in case anyone pops in and doesn't know what we're talking about. So, okay. Okay, so, I love series. I love series that have good characters and good story. So, they look in. Noah looks into one of the birthing pods because everyone else was like, "Ew, this is kind of scary. I don't want to look at this anymore." Except for Noah stays behind, looks into one of the pods, and it's Ethel. If you don't know who Ethel is, Ethel was this lady who's older than them, and by what, like a year, I think, because I think the entire team is like one. I think they're all ninth termers. I can't recall. For those who don't know, they only have 10 years to live. That's why it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 termers. So I think like everyone but Mio, who has like 3 months left, is in their 9th year. I can't recall, but it's Ethel who saved them. This lady who rescued them when they were younger, and who also like helped them out now. And it was her, but it was her as like a first termer. So she's like a kid. And they're like, wait a second, how is she like a kid? Like she's what? She's like an adult. And so, well, not an adult, but like a young adult, I guess. And so they're like, what's going on here? And I started piecing it together at that point. I was like, oh my gosh, I know what's going on. Because she died. She died, and I think in my head I was like, oh my gosh, they're repurposing them. Why is Ethel in the pod? We don't know. We just discovered it. Well, you find out in chapter 5, which I'll get to. But at that point, you're like, why is she in the pod? Who knows? I know, isn't that crazy? So I'm going a little too intense. I'm shaking my desk. And I'm getting distracted from my build. I should probably be doing this at the same time. When I tell stories, I tend to use my hands though, so I have to remember not to do that. But what was I saying? I didn't even get to finish. Oh, the shoulders happened after the arms. Okay. So they're like, what the heck? And so they're all freaking out, like, oh my gosh. And then guess who shows up to the party? Consul N. Consul N shows at the party, and he's being like, being all edgy and scary and stuff. And a battle ensues, right? Oh no, not Consul N. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I skipped 2 ahead. The Kavezian Queen shows up, and a battle ensues. And then at the end of the battle, they defeat. Well, you, the player, defeats the Queen. And then all of a sudden, then Consul N shows up, and you find out that the Queen, the Kavezian Queen, is actually like a robot, like a machine, a fake. And they're like, what in the world? Why is she a robot? And Consul N is like, oh, this and that. And so they're like, oh my gosh, we're in a pickle. What do we do? But then all of a sudden, a ship crashes in. Not one ship. It was like a fleet of ships. And they come in and they like steal the pods. And they're like, wait a minute, those ships look the same. And in my head, I go, oh my gosh, I do know what those are called. And it was the same ship that Guernica had. And for those who don't know, Guernica, he's the old man at the beginning of the series who gave the group, the main character group, their Ouroboros power. So I'm trying to snip off this little bit. So they're like, whoa, a group of ships that look just like Guernica's ship is coming in to like save us and stuff. So that's pretty huge. Or not save them, but steal the pods, and it did technically give them a window to escape. So they escape and all that stuff. And here's the crazy part. So they escape, and Consul N is saying all this stuff about fate, like, oh, fate has slipped from my hands, and blah 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 blah. I don't recall exactly. I'm not really sure. That's why I'm saying blah 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 blah. So, and I'm like, is he monologuing to himself? I wouldn't be surprised. But lo and behold, he's talking to somebody else, and it's this girl walks in with like long white hair and cat ears, and I hear her voice, and I go, no way, it's Mio. And he goes, Consul M, and I go, Consul M as in Mio. She takes her mask off, and lo and behold, it's Mio. It's Mio. And here's my theory craft. I think, because I went into this whole like philosophical like thought train with myself about like, because in my head, well, let me finish chapter 5 and then I'll go back the chapter 5 recap, and then I'll go back and I'll tell you all my theory crafts and my philosophizing. Are they born naturally or made at a certain age? See, the thing is, I don't know how it works with all the Mobius stuff. Hold on. So they're made well, I guess in the universe, babies are born the way babies are born, which you'll find out in chapter 5. But I don't know how the ones in the cycle ended up in the cycle. I guess they were born normally, but then they just ended up being trapped in the cycle. Yeah, what? Isn't that crazy? So, well, I need to stop talking with my hands so I can build stuff. So that's the end of chapter 4. Ba-ba-bum! And beginning of chapter 5, the group finally makes it to Swords March. Now, if you don't, again, for those who haven't actually seen Xenoblade and are just listening to me ramble, this is for you. So basically, the whole time... Oh my gosh, did I break this? I didn't break it, but I'm so close to it. I have to be very careful. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I see it. It's breaking. Oh my gosh. No! What do I do? It's not broken, but it's breaking. I can tell. What do I do? What do I do? Oh my gosh. Oh, Mo, indeed. Oh, Mo. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one alone for now. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Break it off and glue it? It's right here. This part. Because it's supposed to turn like this one. It's supposed to turn like this one, but it started turning at the... See how this one's turned properly? The one on the right is turned properly, but this one... See, it's like a little white. It's because the gray part is breaking. I don't know what to do. Glue? I have hot glue. I don't have super glue, though. What do I do? What do I do? Double check the manual. I know what I know what I'm supposed to do because I did the right arm, but it just, when I was trying to fold it like how I was supposed to fold it, I guess the part that I was wanting to move wasn't moving and it was something else. Hold on. I'm thinking. Yeah, because it's supposed to rotate around here. Hold on. Emergency surgery. Hold on. That's really precarious. Can I use hot glue or do I have to use super glue? I'm gonna move it this way. Hold on. I'm gonna just try to put it where it's supposed to go. And bye, Gundam. Thanks for stopping by. Super glue might be your best bet. I don't have super glue though. Hold on. I got this. I can just do a really low temp hot glue. Hold on. Everyone calm down. I got it. We can do it. I'll bend it a little bit the other way to kind of prime the moving joint a little bit. Oh no. Oh, this is really precarious. Hold on. I'm not actually panicking. This is just how I express excitement. It's for the drama. It's for the viewing drama. I'm sure it can be fixed. I'm sure we can figure a way around it. Ooh, it's getting. Ooh, we're applying a lot of pressure on it. Okay. I guess this one just wasn't as mobile as the other bit. So I wonder then if I can... The real tough part is it's next to a moving joint, so... It's next to a moving joint, so even if I were to somehow get some glue, it might accidentally worm its way into the moving... Oh, I think I'm doing it. I think it might accidentally worm its way into the joint that I actually need to be moving. Because I think it's the joint that I need to be moving is just a little, like, stuck, I guess? I mistook your disclaimer as XB and thought, wait, you read Gundam Crossbow? No, I don't know that one. Sorry. We're gonna do, oh yeah, let me undo the little thingamabob while we're doing emergency surgery. So I have to bring it up close to my face while I do this emergency surgery, so give me one moment. Dr. Rita is in the house. Dr. Rita is on operation right now. Hold on. Hey, paging Dr. Rita, paging Dr. Rita. Okay, hold on. I'm in focus mode now. Whoa, this is really tense. Okay. How did I do it on this one? Or for that matter, how did I do it for all the other ones? I'll just do it like this. There we go. I'm a genius! Oh, I'm a genius. Okay, so, I just have to be careful moving it in the future because, so, I did it. It was just, I guess this joint specifically was a little bit tougher than the other joint. That's the exact same, just a different part. Here we go. We're on the other arm now. Okay. Okay, now we can go back to talking about Xenoblade. So, oh my gosh. How often is I'm a Genius the prelude to Oh No? How often is it the... What's the opposite of prelude? How often does it come after Oh No? It's the I'm a genius, oh no, I'm a genius sandwich. They kind of phase out that type of plastic frame. You're not the only one who has had a problem with it. Oh, I see. So here it is. I fixed it. But now I have to put it into the thingamabob. And then once I put it into the thingamabob, then we're in the clear. But before that, we're actually still on thin ice. So, oh, because it went back. Oh, it slid back. So now we have to be able to put it in gently. But now it's like primed. You know what I mean? It's primed and ready to go, like a steak. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Okay, hold on. Still working on it. The day is saved. At least we know it is movable, the joint. It was just, well, of course it's movable. That's what the manual said. Okay. Oh, but the thing is, moving it back into its place is so tough because this thingamaboob is already a little broken. Okay, and then we just snip it in carefully if possible. Although the thing is, it kind of... Oh, that scared me. The thing is, it's kind of like... Here, I'm not gonna use this to snip. I'm gonna use this to hold it there. Because it's kind of like... It's kind of unfolding whenever I try to push it in because it pushes outwards. Okay, I need to hold it in place with something. Otherwise, it kind of just slips forward and it unfolds itself. Okay, we have to close the Xenoblade chat until the Xenoblade topic until we finish this. Okay, there we go. How's everyone doing, by the way? Oh gosh. This is getting distracted while building is dangerous. The thing is I could probably do two things at the same time, right? Like talk about Xenoblade and build, but I was also trying to look at the chat at the same time and look at the manual, and I was like, oh no, I'm doing too many things at once. So I have to be careful not to do too many things. There we go! Okay, now we can talk about Xenoblade again. Aha! Okay, we just gotta be careful moving this arm. Moving forward. Okay. Alright. Back to Xenoblade. Okay. So, I have to find where I am in Thingamabob. Getting it G25. So, that was the end of Chapter 4. And now, the beginning of Chapter 5... Oh yeah, I was telling you all, for those who haven't actually seen Xenoblade, the whole beginning part, right, chapter 1 through 4, they're trying to get to this place called Swords March. It's this huge, like, sword that's just in the earth, I guess, that you can see from a distance. And Guernica, I told you, I brought up that name earlier. At the very beginning of the game, when the team gets their powers, their special powers, he was like, you need to go to Swords March if you want all the answers. And it's like the city or whatever. And it's funny because I don't think they know what a city is. So like when they step into Swords March, they're like, oh, is this what a city is? Sorry, I have to pick up this piece, but it's so tiny. Okay. So they get to the city and they actually get ambushed, kind of, not really, but it was the people who guard Swords March. So of course they're like, you know, they want to keep their place safe. They meet this lady and they kind of have a little kerfuffle, but then they're like, wait a minute, we don't want to fight you. They're like, oh, okay. And they're like, we're actually these people called, what was it called? The Lost something something. Not the Lost Boys, that's Peter Pan. But they're called the Lost something or other. And they were like, you know, we have your answers or whatever. I don't know exactly what they said, but they're like, okay, we're good. You know, don't fight us. We'll tell you everything you want to know. Or I guess they were expecting them there. They were expecting them there because one of their people was actually watching them the whole time. So they go in and they're like, okay, it's time for answer. It's just so much. I really don't know where to start. So they go in and it's this huge city inside of the big sword. And I was thinking in my head, like, how come they haven't been found yet by Mobius, right? Because they live outside of Mobius's grasp, I guess. Mobius is the evil villain. And here's the kicker. They were like, before you go in, or before you enter this area, you need to wear an eye patch. And they're like, huh, why? It's because their irises, their eyes, because in the world of Xenoblade, they have these, like, almost like Google Glass, but it's in their eyeball, and they use it for, like, all sorts of things, like, I don't know, like looking at maps or communicating with people, and they have it in their eyes. It just exists in their eyes, and they can, like, use it. But when they break free from sorry, I keep getting Mobius and Ouroboros mixed up, but they're the exact opposite. When you free yourself from Mobius, from the flame clock, your eyeball actually starts emitting like a radio wave. I know, that's kind of crazy. But oh gosh. And I'm trying to figure out which is the front. Oh, this is the front. Okay. This is the front. Like that. And they were like, you need to wear these to jam the signal. And so they were like, oh, okay. And I thought it was so funny because Tyon wears glasses, right? And Tyon has to wear them, like, underneath his glasses, which I think is really funny. So anyway, so they get into the city, and it's all these people who are of all different, like, ages and, like, walks of life. Because remember, they've never seen, like, grandparents. They've never seen babies. And so they're walking around the town, and they're like, why are there so many wrinkly people? Or why are there so many tiny humans? And they have to like be introduced to all of this, like, incredibly, like, to them, new stuff. Because it was really funny. The lady who was, like, showing them around was like, who introduced herself and was like, hi, I'm so and so, I'm Guernica's daughter. And Uni goes, daughter? Like, what's a daughter? And they had to, like, basically be explained all of this, like, all of this crazy stuff. So I don't think this is correct. I need to, there we go, fixed it. And then this one goes here, and it's just crazy. They basically explain Ouroboros. They explain, like, why. So here's what happens. So everyone only has 10 years to live normally, right? In the world of Mobius. And then whenever they die, their soul returns to the queen, right? Whenever they send people off, their soul returns to the queen. But it returns back to that, like, birthing pod, I guess, only to be recycled again. Because they're, like, trapped in this cycle, right? And they start new. They don't have any memories. They don't have any, like, recollection of who they once were. They just start again from the very beginning. Yep. Anew, and they have no idea. And they're, like, trapped in this cycle. So it was really crazy. They were, like, the lady was, like, I'll show you, because they're using all these words, like, descendants, or, like, parenthood, or all that stuff. And she's, like, I'll explain to you what I mean. And so she, like, walks them over to, like, a hospital. And she's like, doctor, you know, is it good? Are you cool with visitors? And they're like, yeah, okay. And there's this lady who just gave birth to, like, a baby, and they don't know what a baby is. They've only ever known, like, 10 years of their life. They're basically trained to fight. They're basically born into the world already formed, and they, like, fight. They're soldiers for their entire life. So they don't know anything about, they don't know what it means to be family. They don't know what siblings are. They don't know all that. Yeah, it's a whole new world to them. Yeah, so they're like clones, exactly. So they're like, it's really funny because Tyon acts really out of character in this one. I thought it was really funny. Because he's, again, I talked about this just the other day, but he's normally like a very, like, what's the word? A very, like, reserved and, like, put together sort of person. But as soon as, well, when everyone saw the baby, they were like, what? Whoa, what is that? Hello, Arton, welcome in. They're like, what? Tyon especially was like, move, get out of the way, that's crazy. And it was just really, and he, like, laughed a lot, and he doesn't laugh. So that was really silly. And they don't know, like, all of these different things about what it means to be human, right? So, like, they go out and they see, like, all of these families, like, hanging out with their kids, and, like, this couple, like, holding hands and, like, kissing, just, like, as they're walking along, like, the side of the road, and they're like, what is all this random stuff that they're doing? And the lady's like, you know, you have no idea, like, what it means to be, and she's not meaning that in any sort of mean way. But it's like, she's like, there's this whole world about what it means to be human and, like, have connections and things like that. And I just thought, wow, that's really, like, that's a lot. That's a lot to take in. Oh my gosh. And so they're like, whoa, what? And that's where I am right now. And then I'm about to go explore and stuff. But when I wanted to go back to what I was, my theory crafting. Yeah, holding hands. They were a couple. They were just, like, sitting on a park bench and, like, chatting. But yeah, they were like, what? What is that weird, like, ritual that they're doing? Because, again, they have no idea. They've only ever lived to fight. So they don't know what it means to have family, to have, like, a lover and things like that, which is crazy, right? They don't know what it means. Yeah, so I was walking around the city, and this kid was like, my mom's getting remarried. I don't know how to feel about that. How do you feel about that? And Uni's like, what does remarried mean? And the kid's like, oh, it means, like, oh, so what happened was, like, his father had passed, and she, like, met someone new, and they're getting married again. So he's like, yeah, so she's getting married again. And he's like, what does married mean? It's like, you're gonna have to explain a lot, not just what the word remarried means. Gosh. So that's where I am right now. But the thing that really got to me was when I realized that, like, oh, they're just, like, so they don't normally exist at the same time as their previous selves, right? They have to die, and then their soul gets sent back to the queen, and then they're, like, reborn with, like, no memory of whatever. Uni only really, like, ran into her, like, had this whole, like, weird thing where she kind of started recovering some of her, like, memories of the past in, like, weird visions, because what had happened was they had stumbled upon essentially the dead body of one of her previous incarnations. And she was like, why does she look like me? And why does she have a dog tag that has my name on it, but a different colony? And now it makes sense. So, but what I don't understand yet, which I'm assuming they're going to explain later, is why it can be possible for two Noahs to exist and two Mios to exist. But whenever Noah and Consul N were in the same room, Noah would have this really bad headache. He's like, oh, why does my head hurt so badly? And I don't know what that situation is. I don't know how it came about that the two of them exist. I have a feeling that I know what it is, and I want to tell you all my theory crap. So when in the brief moment that Noah was talking to not Consul Mio, Consul M, who is Mio's clone, I guess, he was saying something about like I want to like rebuild this world for you or something. He said something for you. And I thought, that's suspicious. That's weird. And I think maybe, just maybe, that like at some point in one of the many iterations of Noah and the many iterations of Mio, that they had broken free, right? Like maybe they fell in love or something in a previous incarnation or a previous iteration, right? Because the current Noah and Mio have like a lot of chemistry, I guess, and they're getting along. And what's the lady's name who introduced them to the city? She also was like, oh, like maybe because she was like, maybe one day you'll discover like what it means to have a strong connection with someone or whatever. She looks at Noah and Mio and she's like, or perhaps maybe you've already found that. So you can tell that Nintendo was like, okay, there's something going on. Because with Consul M and Consul N, Consul M was like, I'm trying to do all this whatever for you. And so I'm thinking, or at least that's what I think he said, I think at some point a previous iteration of Consul M, of Mio and Noah broke free of Mobius, right? Or broke free of some sort of cycle, I don't know. And in order to like create a better world for them, because he like, I don't know, he has this skewed idea of what like a perfect world would be. I don't know. And I think they have some sort of like toxic, twisted sort of like relationship. That's my theory craft though, off of like one or two sentences. Because what I really hope they get into is I hope they have this conversation of like nature versus nurture, or like how come that this Noah, who's so like kind and sweet, ended up like you know, normally or fine or nice, but this Noah ended up really like twisted, right? Ended up really cruel. So I really hope they kind of go into that. Like, would our current Noah, right? Would our Noah have the potential to turn into Consul N, given the turn into a Consul N? You know what I mean? Given the right circumstances, like, you know what I mean? Like, I hope they go into this whole like, does everyone innately have the ability to be cruel, or does everyone innately have the ability to be good? Like, is it a matter of your circumstance? Is it a matter of like I essentially want them to go into this huge conversation of like nature versus nurture. I also hope they kind of dive into like a, you know, who is the real Noah, right? Or like, are they each now their own, you know, individual with their own unique experiences, right? Because they're not supposed to exist at the same time, right? Because it's like they're like clones of each other, right? Because they kind of like restart whenever they die. So it's like, who's the real Noah? Is it the Noah from before? Like, I'm assuming Consul N existed before Noah, but you know, or are they their own person? Like, what makes you you? Is it your memories? Like, is it? And it kind of harkens back to this whatchamacallit. I was watching this video. I don't know what channel it was, but it was a video about the Star Trek transporters. Like, are you really you coming out of a transporter, right? Because what they do is they disassemble you on one end and then they reassemble you at the other end. But sometimes the transporters break and you're not fully disassembled on one end of the transporter, and there ends up being two of you. So which one is the real you, right? If it's the same like makeup and everything, you have the same memories, maybe, then who's the real you? And are you the real you even if the transporter didn't break, right? Like, are you the same person who stepped into that transporter as the one who stepped out? Are you the same person as the person who went to bed, closed their eyes, and fell asleep? Are you the same person as the one who woke up in that same exact bed? You know what I mean? Real existential horror hour. Sorry, I'm just getting really, like, philosophical. I don't know, I like thinking about stuff like that. But I really hope that they, like, don't shy away from, like, the really, like, intense philosophical conversation. But yeah, like, does a version of yourself just, like, die every single time you go? You know what I mean? And then you just wake up and you have, like, a new consciousness? I don't know. Let's see, like this one. And then two. And then... Oh. Why do I go like this? This is the true Halloween vibe. Yeah! Oh my gosh. Wait, why does it have me turn it like that? That's weird. Okay. Don't they say you lose the cells you wake up with throughout the day? So are you still the same person at the end of the day or something like that? It's almost like a... Is it Theseus's ship? Like, you... How often does your body create, like, a whole new set of cells, right? It's like... What makes you you if your cells, like, kind of, like, replenish themselves every however many days or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Isn't that crazy? Something to think about. Something to think about. What makes you, you? Existential crisis! Oh my gosh. The you that existed yesterday is dead. The you that will exist tomorrow will replace the current you. Yeah! That's what I'm saying. How do you know that the person who wakes up in your bed when you lie your head down at night is the same person? What if you when you lose consciousness when you fall asleep, what if that's the end of you then? And you wake up as a new person with the same memories and the same, you know what I mean? Because that's how it was like with the transporter. It's like they disassemble you and they reassemble you. So there's this other thing, like your memories or whatever, that makes you. Exactly, Ship of Theseus type thoughts. Exactly. I think I heard that you're a new person after 6 years. Exactly, and that's why I think, like, you can't expect yourself to be the exact same person that you were even just, like, 1 year ago. If your cells change that much, you know what I mean? And hold on, I'm also trying to do the arm attachment now. Aha, they have a nice little overhead bit that I can go off. Perfect. But yeah, isn't that crazy? Ship of Theseus is your favorite thought experiment. I also really like Mary's room. Like, the idea that physical objects have qualities outside of, like, their physical qualities, right? Like, or it's like we experience things that can't be explained by physical. Here, let me read it. Mary's room. Okay, I'm gonna take off the XC3 spoilers because that's essentially all I wanted to say. So, experiment. It's basically like we experience things that we experience non-physical properties. Like there are non-physical traits and characteristics that can only be experienced or discovered through conscious experience. Let me search it up. Qualia. Okay. The knowledge, the argument of knowledge. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can find a simple. Okay, here we go. The basic idea of Mary's room. Let me move chat down so I can read. So I'll read the summary and then I'll go back to my build. Mary is a brilliant scientist who is, for whatever reason, forced to investigate the world from a black and white room via a black and white television monitor. She specializes in the neurophysiology of vision and acquires, let us suppose, all the physical information there is to obtain about what goes on when you see ripe tomatoes or the sky, and use terms like red, blue, and so on. She discovers, for example, just which wavelength combinations from the sky stimulate the retina, and exactly how this produces via the central nervous system the contraction of the vocal cords and expulsion of air from the lungs that results in the uttering of the sentence, "The sky is blue." What will happen when Mary is released from her black and white room or is given a color television monitor? Will she learn anything or not? It just seems obvious that she will learn something about the world and her visual experience of it. But then is it inescapable that her previous knowledge was incomplete? But she had all the physical information about it, like what makes red, right? Like she knows the physical makeup of the material that makes it, reflect wavelength, reflect sunlight at a certain wavelength, and that we call that red or we call a certain thing blue. We have all the physical information that we need. Ergo, there is something more to that. There's more to have, or there's more to learn than that. And so, I'm reading the argument. The argument contained in this passage may be put like this. 1, Mary has all the physical information concerning human color vision before her release. And 2, some information about human color vision that she does not have before her release. Therefore, not all information is physical information. And that's when the topic of qualia comes up. I think there's a great Vsauce video actually about this. Define qualia. I don't want to misdescribe. The qualia, the internal and subjective component of sense perceptions arising from stimulation of the senses by phenomena. Yeah, because how do you know that the red that I see in my head is the same red that you're seeing? Right? Obviously, there's things like people have color blindness, right? So that, there's some color contrastedness that you can't see that other people see, and so you know that you see things differently. But how do you know I don't see the color red in the color that you consider blue? You know what I mean? Isn't that crazy? Crazy. Isn't that so kooky? Okay, I need to put that away because I don't need to use that piece just yet. Vsauce, Rita here. What is color? It's a Vsauce video, I think. In the same shade? I guess, but it could be a totally different color. Like, is shade, or do you mean hue? There's so many color terms that I don't understand. I think shade is like brightness, and hue I think is like the wavelength. I'm not sure though. Yeah, isn't that crazy? C10. I used up all my brain energy. Now I'm gonna just hum silently to myself. Do you believe in jamais vu then? I've had that happen to me before. Can you remind me what it is? Because I watched a Vsauce video about it where they talked about deja vu and jamais vu. It's like experiencing... Because deja vu is when you feel like you've experienced something before, but I forgot what jamais vu is. And V starts with the okay, so that's how you know we're getting deep into it. Here we go. D14. Big brain reader, amazing how much you know about such topics. I just like reading and learning about stuff. So, I don't know if I'm smart. I guess I just like learning things. Oh, there's an undergate. Silly me, almost didn't snip it. Silly me. Silly Rita. Hungry hippos. Experiencing something new but was always familiar. It's like waking to a room that's yours but you feel it isn't. Yes, I think so. Maybe. I'd have to really think about that. I've definitely had those experiences where like I'm talking to someone and they're still a relatively like new person to me. Like I haven't, I've been talking to them for a while, but I still would consider them like a new friend. I've definitely had those moments where like I know what it feels like to like be familiar with you, but I also remember what it feels like to not know you that well. Because you know how like you look at someone and you think like, oh, this person's a stranger, I don't really know them that well. But then you're like, it's really weird because it's like I have both feelings about that person of like, I remember what it felt like when I didn't know that person well, but I'm experiencing what it feels like to know them now. You know what I mean? I've had that experience before. And I usually feel that whenever I'm getting to know someone. Usually it's like a teacher. Because it's like you end up with a teacher for like a year, right? Because that's how like school works. But like at the beginning of the year, you don't really know them that well, and like you're getting used to them. But as you like are in their class more, or if it's like an extracurricular teacher, like you do like extracurriculars, like for orchestra, for example. Or like maybe you sit in a teacher's room for lunch with like your friends and stuff. Then you see them more often. Yeah. And it's like you have more of a chance to get to know them. And at least for me, that's when I'm like, huh, I know you like enough. Like I've talked to you for long enough that I know you, but I still remember what it's like not knowing you. Does that make sense? Very, very specific point. Did I snip off a part of this? Oh my gosh. No. I didn't. Okay, we're good. I was so nervous. I was like, did I snip off a part of this? That scared me. Oh my gosh. Did I? Why are these missing pieces then? It doesn't look exactly like this. D15, right? Oh my gosh, that scared me. Holy moly. Okay. Goodness gracious. Goodness me. Holy moly. Oh, Mo, indeed. Because I was like, why is this half of what it's supposed to look like? It's because you're supposed to put them together like that. Murder, Rita. Oh my gosh. So silly. Spooky, silly skeleton. There's that. This. Oh, it. There we go. Yay! Okay, and then take A17. There's not very many yellow parts. The Rita Zetsuren experience is something else. Oh my gosh. It really is. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people tend to think that I'm a very like airheaded or ditzy person just because I'm a very energetic person, but I think about a lot of stuff. It's really funny because like I'll have like random philosophical conversations about like something and they're like, Rita, are you okay? Like I just like, that's just how I am. I like to think in depth about things. Just randomly sometimes even. But also, I am silly sometimes. In fact, I'm silly a lot of times. But that doesn't mean I can't have a nice philosophical conversation. It just depends on topics. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh my gosh. What is the meaning of life, right? r/shower thoughts. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh. But yeah, anyway. Not going back to Xenoblade spoilers, but I do hope they don't shy away from these really tough. Well, they haven't really been shying away from any shy topics, but I hope they do continue this sort of whatchamacallit, train of thought. Oh my gosh. So I'm silly. I'm the kind of person, if I need something like in the background to like listen to, sometimes I'll like rewatch old anime episodes or like rewatch old game cutscenes just in the background because I've already seen it and I don't have to pay attention, right? So I put in I was watching the Xenoblade cutscenes, the ones that I've already watched, while I was doing idle side job, and it was the one part where I'm gonna try not to spoil too much, but it was the part where Mio was talking to Uni, and they were having like a girls' talk, right? And Mio says something like really sad, like really dark, just casually, right? And because there's something on her mind that, again, no spoilers this time around. There's something that's really weighing heavily on her mind, as it should, right? It's something I'm sure if I was experiencing it, I would definitely be thinking about it all the time. And she makes a comment about it very like nonchalantly, and Uni goes, "Whoa." You just dropped something really heavy, real casually. Are you good? Or something like that. She's like, oh, sorry, I didn't even realize. Like, don't mind me. And she's like, oh, no, of course we're gonna mind you. Oh my gosh. I was like, relatable content. Oh my gosh. You know, just dropping some casually dark moments. Wait, I know I said no's. I know I said no's, no more Xenoblade spoilers, but I'm gonna put the Xenoblade spoiler thingamabob back on for one thing. It was at the end of chapter 4. At the end of sorry. It was at the end of chapter 4, and they were escaping from the castle, right? And it was Senna had her own like little flashback thing. And so Uni and Taion are my favorite characters, but I think the character that I most like, at least in terms of like energy and like personality, I relate a lot to Senna. And oh man, oh my gosh, she had this like little flashback thing, and it basically like showed like her past with Mio, right? Because she and Mio are really close, and oh my gosh, why isn't this picking where it needs to go? And basically it's like in the flashback, like Mio invites Senna to like hang out and do all this stuff, and at one point they like get food, right? And the meal has like fish in it. Or that's what Mio got. And then Senna had the same thing. And Mio's like, oh, sorry, you don't like fish, right? Like, we don't have to eat this if you don't want to. But Mio was also eating a meal with fish, and she was like, oh no, it's fine, like, don't worry about me. Like, I need to eat more protein anyway, it's fine. And Mio has this realization that like, Senna is like doing stuff just because Mio's doing it. Right? Because Mio's this very successful, like, well-received, well-liked person. And Mio's like, Senna, you can like have your own opinions and like your own things. You don't have to do stuff just because I did it. And you know, Senna's like, oh no, that's not what it is at all. And Mio's just like, cherish who you are, and like don't be afraid to be you, because like that's important to be you. And then the cut back to the current flashback, and Lance, oh my gosh, Lance like looks at her and was like, are you okay? Like oh, no. Senna says something. They look back at the castle, and she goes, I wonder if I did a good job. And then Lance looks at her and says, what did you just say? And she goes, huh? What? What? And he's like, you just said something about, like, doing well or something. And she's like, huh? Did I really? Did I just say that? What? I don't know. I probably was just randomly saying something. And then she was just gonna let it slide. And he goes, like, you know, you just seem like, you just seem so like lonely, I think is what he says. And she goes, oh well, and she's like, well, she's like, is that really how I come across as? Like, she's like, I was hoping more for like, you know, the cheery, chipper, you know, girl or something like that. She's like, that's usually what I go for, you know, kind of as like a jab, I guess, to what Lance just said. And he was like, he was kind of like are you like kind of like, are you good? Like and she's just like, it's fine, I'm okay, like don't worry about it. In my head I'm just like, Senna, no! Tell your friends about what's going on. Like like tell them what's bothering you. Tell them what you're thinking about. But anyway, it made me sad. There is still more yet. I'm telling you, I even when I'm not playing Xenoblade, I think about it. And hello, Lorlock, welcome in. But I don't know. I was like, I hope we get more Senna lore, Senna backstory. Because even though she's not like my favorite character, what does it tell you that my favorite character isn't the one that I relate to the most? Just kidding. I love myself. I don't know. I hope we get more Senna. Maybe it's because we haven't really gotten to see much of Senna, and that's why she never really got the chance to be my favorite character. But I really like her. I think she's cool and nice. I think I'm cool and nice. I love myself. Love yourself, everyone. Loving yourself is very important. Oh, I still need to get A18 as well. Said as a girl that says yippee a lot. Yeah, yippee! Oh my gosh. Maybe, and it's not that I relate to her just because she also says yippee. It's because she's a very cheery person. And I respect that. Because I too am a very cheery, happy person. But, like, wow. I'm already theory crafting what Senna's, like, thing is. Because, like, when she had that conversation with Lance when he was like, you know, you just seem like very lonely, and she was like, oh, well, that's not really the image that I usually try to go for. Like, she's like, I usually try to go for the chipper, cheery, like, fun girl, right? I think, cause and that in combination with the flashback that she had of Mio being like, you should celebrate you, like, be you, like, don't feel like you need to be anybody else, or you know what I mean? Oh my gosh, I'm really relating to Senna a little bit too much, but you know, I think she still struggles with this idea of being okay with like her feelings and like her emotions. I think she tries to always be, because I don't think she fakes being herself. Like I think she's genuinely a very happy, cheery person, but I think she feels like she needs to fit this, like, I don't know, idea of who she's supposed to be all the time. You know what I mean? Like Senna the happy girl, right? But I think at least Lance realizes that like she also has like, you know, other feelings, that she's a multifaceted person with her own feelings outside of happy, which is what she exhibits all the time. This is a hard piece to put in. Because look, it's like you have to snip it in. Although I do tend to like the smartest one. I think your favorite character will also be Taion. I don't usually have specific personality traits I automatically like, but usually the one with the most heart or keeps everyone grounded tends to be my fave in a group. Yeah, I love those characters. I think for me, I also don't have a character that I automatically like. Because, like, when my friend was like, oh, I know who your favorite character is going to be in Honkai Star Rail, it ended up not being that person, and it ended up being March. Well, technically they were half right, because that person was my, like, other favorite character. But my absolute #1 favorite character in Honkai Star Rail is March. So I guess I put this... This is a hard piece to figure out the orientation for. Oh, I guess I put it like this. Oh my gosh. Did it work? Oh, it worked! See? Smart and shy geeky nerds are cool. Like Tali from Mass Effect, yeah! Or Velma from Scooby-Doo, I can see that. Am I talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 3? Daft Owl, I spent like the past hour talking about Xenoblade. Oh my gosh, please do enjoy the VOD if you missed it. I need more people to be delusional about Xenoblade Chronicles 3 with. I forget, is it Danhung or Arlen? Danhung. I think Arlen's pretty up there though. But my two favorite characters are March and Danhung. But my #1 favorite in Honkai is March. I do find it interesting that Xiao is your favorite in Genshin, but March is your favorite in Honkai Star Rail. Well, I guess it makes sense that Danhung is like this my second favorite character, because Xiao is my #1 favorite character in Genshin. Because Danhung is basically Xiao. Yes, that is true. How's everyone doing, by the way? Is everyone having fun? Enjoying yourself? Okay, left shoulder. C9. You like Zila and Natasha a lot. Yeah, they're great. Tags will be up for VOD gang. Oh, thank you. Thank you, taggers. Thank you. I appreciate you all very much. This is gonna end up being a long stream. Anime night got canceled tonight, so I can stay however long I want. God. It's okay. I'm gonna miss ladies' night, but it is gonna be tomorrow instead. Finally going home after work. Yippee! Good job! Congratulations on all the hard work. Hajimemashite, welcome in! Welcome! I'm loving the convo. Yay! I'm happy to hear that. You donated plasma earlier. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you can rest well after that. Not Zila? Oh, did I misread? Let me look. Oh, Stell! I thought it was S-E-E-L-E. Oh my gosh. I misread. Oh my god. Your brain hurts a bit. Is it because of Mary's room? The Mary's room conversation? All of our philosophizing? I said it wrong, but I don't know how to say it right. Philosophizing, right? Philosophizing? I need to watch this VOD for Xeno Crumbs. Ads to watch later. I really wanna play more, but I need to finish Xenoblade Chronicles 3. This is the only one I've played. I've made good progress with the Ring Zero. Really? Have I? I spent a lot of time talking. And only talking. Because I talk with my hands when I get really excited about... when I get really excited about something, I talk with my hands. And I basically dropped everything when I started talking about Xenoblade. Gosh. We're waxing philosophical. Oh, yes. The casual existential crisis. I embrace it. Honestly, I embrace it. It's really fun when I can play video games and have like a little existential crisis. Just kidding. It's more like it's really fun being able to think about things I don't normally think about in my day-to-day life. And video games and anime just are a really great medium for that. Rita OMG. What? OMG as in like OMG I welcome existential crisis? What? I think a lot. I'm the thinker. Oh my gosh. Oh. Sorry, I'm really excited now because we were talking about Xenoblade. I have a lot of excess energy and I don't know what to do with it. Hello, Digital, welcome in! Is XC3 allowed to be streamed? It's essentially just like my thing. It's like my it kind of like for my something that I can just enjoy by myself, right? The true answer of why I started streaming it off, or not started streaming it, started playing it offline is because I was actually sick around the time that I received I did a game trade with a friend, remember? And or I guess for those who don't know, now you know. I did game trade with my friend. I traded over Age of Calamity, and I got Xenoblade Chronicles 3 in return. But I was sick around that time, but I really wanted to play it, so I thought, you know what, I'll stop playing it, and it'll just be my thing that I keep for myself. And I try not to stress myself out to play it too often. So I just play it whenever I'm not busy, and it's really fun. It's nice having, you know, the thing that I just keep for myself every once in a while. You know what I mean? Have I tried Shin Megami Tensei 5? No, I haven't. Am I doing this wrong? Hold on. XC3 is in the this one is for me pile. Yeah, exactly! Exactly. Uh-oh. My gloves are getting even more and more messed up. You can say Rita's personally enjoyment. Yeah, it's something that I get to enjoy, like, on my own time. Cause sometimes, like, some weeks I won't have time to play it. Cause for me, it's like I want to be able to enjoy Xenoblade, you know, when I have like the time and the energy to. And cause I like, if I'm playing a game, like a long series on stream, I like to play it like every week so that people don't forget. Cause I have to do that a lot sometimes with series where I have to stop playing it and then play it again later, and it's like it's difficult to remember. So as often as I can, I try to play it consistently. But with Xenoblade, I play it whenever I feel like I can really get into it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I only play it whenever I feel like I'm not worried about any work or I don't have anything else I need to do, so I can really focus on it. 今リアルタイムでFreed and Gundam 作って、配信にびっくりしました。Really? Oh my gosh! Well, have fun. Please enjoy yourself. I hope you're enjoying making. Is it Freed Gundam? That's cool. What is that one? What part are you at? What part are you meeting? Where am I? I forgot. Okay, I was like, I got distracted. Oh, there's an undergame. We're making it together. We're building buddies. Oh, Freedom Gundam. The self-control is also great. When I get addicted to a game, I probably finish it in a week or two. Yeah, see, when I say I'm addicted to a game, it's not that like I am always playing it. For me, being addicted to a game means it's constantly on my mind. Yeah. And so, oh boy, is Xenoblade constantly on my mind or what? This piece is so hard to put on because my gloves are falling apart. Pacing is different when you need to stream. Yeah, because for me on stream, I usually like to just do main quest stuff. I think that's the most fun for me to stream. But I like being able to take my time and be slow about doing side quests and stuff. Because some weeks with Xenoblade, I just do like 1 or 2 side quests. Sometimes I just like to sit down and do a side quest in between things that I'm doing. You know what I mean? So that doesn't really make for a fun stream, in my opinion, at least. Like, I don't think I would enjoy doing stuff. I want to be able to spend like a lot of time. So sometimes I just sit down. It's kind of like how I'll just sit down and like do my dailies or something for 15 minutes, and that's it. You already pre-ordered 30-minute missions Acer by Type A. I heard Xenoblade has a lot of quotable quotes. Do I have a favorite? I don't know if I have a favorite quote. I do have favorite moments. Because I don't know. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and rewatch them so I can like memorize the quotes. But my favorite is yippee! No, favorite moments I loved. Hold on. We're going to need this if we're going to talk about favorite moments. I loved... I don't know if this is one moment. It's almost like an arc. Oh, wait. A conversation. So there was a conversation that Mio and Senna had that I really liked. And it was like, basically Senna was like, the guys are so mean. They're hanging out, right? They're on like watch duty or something. And it's just Mio and Senna and they're sitting down. And all of a sudden she goes, the guys can be so mean sometimes. And Mio's like, what? Like, what? Like, why are you saying that, right? And she's like, oh, well, they're always, like, calling the shots and taking the lead, but I want to be able to, like, pull my weight sometimes, you know? And she's like, huh. She's, like, thinking about that. And she's like, oh, you mean, like, you know, when they say things like, oh, we're going to do it this way. Or, like, I'm gonna like, decide how, like, we're going to, this plan, or I guess, goes into action. And she's like, yeah, you know, sometimes I wish that, like, I could be there to take the lead or make the shot, like call the shots or something. You know what I mean? And she was like, yeah, I get that. I really appreciate that what Seta said. Like, I thought that was really cool, right? And then Mio was also like, yeah, I get that. Like, I think they're just trying to be, like, protective and trying to be, like, helpful. And Mio goes, but I think our time to shine will be soon. Like, we'll definitely have our time to do that. And they do, like, very soon afterwards. Because in Xenoblade, when they interlink, right, when they fuse, there's essentially this, like, for those who don't know, there's essentially this concept of interlinking where they fuse together for, like, stronger powers. Also, I put this in wrong, so we're gonna have to take this out. Go easy peasy. And they become stronger, essentially, when they fuse like that. And the fun part that you find out later is that the form that the interlink takes, right? The fused creature, monster, takes is different depending on who's the one who, like, is calling the shots. Like, who's the one who's taking the lead in terms of, like, what's the plan? Like, what are we doing? Kind of. So there's, like, another scene later where, like, they like basically have to like swap out because like someone has to like I forgot. I think was it the Izzard part, the Commander Izzard scene where they had to like deal with all that. I think so, where they swapped the interlinks for the first time. It was really cool, but I like that. It was very girl power of them. But yeah, because I feel like when it comes to like, obviously I feel like, you know, women can be very powerful too and can be very, you know, strong and can be very like can take the lead and stuff. I feel like a lot of the times people assume that if you're not like that as a woman, that you're very like anti-woman. You know what I mean? But I think the beauty about being a woman is that you can be strong if you're very feminine or if you're very masculine. Essentially what I'm saying is femininity expresses itself in so many different ways that to say that because someone is traditionally feminine, to say that they're very against like, you know, what it, you know, like, oh, just because someone wears pink or someone wears skirts and stuff, oh, you're just doing that to like impress somebody, or you're just doing that because like that's like a girly girl thing to do, right? But I think the beauty of appreciating femininity and being a woman is that you can be strong and you can be, you know, you could be like a strong and smart woman no matter what, right? Or you don't even have to be like smart to be, you know, maybe you're smart in a different kind of way, you know what I mean? Maybe you're not book smart. Maybe you're more emotional smart, or maybe you're more musical smart. But I don't know. From tomboys to girly girls, women are great. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. People mistake girl power as not being a woman at all. Exactly. I feel like can I talk about, a lot of people didn't like the Barbie movie, but I really like this conversation they had about what it means to be a woman, right? And that's why I feel like a lot of like women were like really, because I think between the mom and the daughter, it really showcased the two opposing sides of what we understand being a woman to be like, right? So you have the woman, you have the mother, right? Who, to her, like, she feels like she needs to be like a super mom, right? Like, she felt like she needed to be all of these things, right? To be like a great, like, I'm trying to speak while trying to remember the movie. It's been a while since I watched it. And because of that, her escape, right? Because a lot of the times, like, she felt this huge pressure to always be performing and be amazing, right? Like, I guess for her, like, her experience with femininity is like, you know, it was always that expectation of you can be this and this, you could be a super mom, you can do everything, you can work and take care of your kids and do this, and it was always this expectation to do everything well, right? Or to be like that super woman, right? And I think in response to that pressure, like being like, I guess having that sort of like, I don't know, in response to that pressure, like choosing to maybe be not as like, maybe not, I don't want to say not as hardworking, but in response to that pressure, like wanting to like step back, right? Like not care so much or whatever. I don't know. Or I don't know. Basically, they have a different experience with like what it means to be a woman. Because when you look at the younger girl, her daughter, she is so against like the traditional idea of what being feminine is, right? Because to her, like, you know, it's so anti like women's like strength or whatever. Like, to her, embracing traditional femininity meant it felt backwards, right? Because in her eyes, you know, it felt like, because whatever Barbie stood for, or whatever that idea of traditional femininity stood for, it almost felt like a shackle on, at least for her growing up, I guess, on what she could be or what she was expected to be. And I don't know, I feel like femininity is, you can be like anything, right? I don't know. I had a much better thesis, I guess, coming out of the theater when I can freshly remember what it was about. But I feel like, gosh, yeah, even a shy housewife can be a strong woman. Exactly. Pressures from society or stereotypes. Yeah. Being strong doesn't mean you only care about yourself. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I don't like how nowadays media only shows strong women as selfish, even women like Talia or Velma are strong women. Yeah, I think so. Like, I feel like, exactly, strength can come in many forms. It's still an alright movie, though. That's fair. I feel like movies can be good or bad, but still have, like, interest. It can still make you think, I guess? Yeah, so, I don't know. It was really interesting. I feel like it just made me think a lot about how differently, because for a lot of people, I think, and maybe it's like an age thing, but for a lot of people, I think choosing to not care is a right in and of itself, right? Because I feel like it at some point, right, there's I feel like it's a difference between, like, maybe it is a generational thing, I don't know, but the way that the mom and the daughter viewed things was very different, because I feel like, at least for the mom, like, you know, when she was, you know, trying to be this, it's a really, I actually had a talk about this with my roommate the other day. We were walking and talking about the state of femininity, right? The state of being a woman. And we were talking about how there was this trend, I don't know when, but it was like this era of, like, conversation around femininity, about, what did they, I forgot what they called it, but basically it's essentially when women are choosing to not care so much about, you know, all the things that are happening in the state of womanhood, right? Choosing to be, I guess, ignorant, or like ignorance is bliss, right? Or like choosing to be stupid, or you know, in kind of sort of a rebellion to this expectation that if you're not on the grind, or if you're not, like, on top of the corporate ladder, that you're not, you know, a strong woman, right? This expectation that, like, if you're not constantly trying to break the glass ceiling, then you're not, you know, you don't care about women or something. That this expectation of, like, if we're not constantly working to show everyone that women are great, then we're not going to make any progress. And it's from that pressure that people were choosing to, like, okay, I'm going to choose to step away for a little bit, right? And I think being able to step away and choose to step away, choose if you want to be involved, want to be super educated or not, I think that's something that is very, right? Because before you didn't have a choice, or women didn't have a choice, right? If they wanted to participate in you know, societal conversation, I don't know, but like that ability to choose to step in or step out, you know, I think is just, I don't know, having that freedom is important, I think. But it was really interesting, because we were thinking about how, like, because a lot of women were choosing to express themselves, I guess, in a more traditionally feminine way, almost as a way to rebel against that expectation, right? Is that too am I rambling too much? Okay, I should probably take off the Xenoblade spoilers things. We're talking about that, right? Because I feel like at some point, like, wearing pink and wearing heels felt like an affront to, you know, the strong woman, or like what it means to be like the modern woman, right? Like, but when in actuality, femininity is being able to choose either or, right? You know, being hyper feminine, or maybe not liking pink and not liking wearing heels. It's that ability to choose that is the beauty and the essence of feminine. Yeah. It's actually insightful. Thank you for this conversation. I'm glad you think so. Same thing for a guy when he wants to wear pink. Yeah, like, you know, I feel like being able to choose what, I don't know. I feel like it can apply to a lot of other like, it's a very intersectional thing, I think, because I think it also applies to other, like, minority, like, for example, like, the Asian American experience. I feel like a lot of people, especially I think, like, immigrant, like, Asian Americans, feel this need that they need to succeed or, like, be on top of the corporate ladder, or, like, bring in a lot of, like, money and things like that, because it's like you want to, you know, make your parents proud, or, you know, you want to show other people that, like, you feel like you need to speak up for your people, right? Or something like that. You feel like you need to be the example, right? For all those coming after you, or all those looking up to you. But, like, being able to choose what you want to do, whether that's, like, a CEO, or, like, maybe something that's not as traditionally, like, I don't know, traditionally successful in that way. And that's not to say not being a CEO is successful. Success is defined by you, right? Your happiness, what you need. But I think the true sort of strength and the true sort of, I guess, success, right, is being able to choose and achieve what you want. And that doesn't necessarily have to look like the traditional sense of, I guess, success. We should stop worrying about what others care in societal norms. Yeah, right. And I wish it was just as easy, right? Easier. It's easier said than done, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm getting really into this conversation. I'm so sorry I've been abandoning my build. But I feel like we wouldn't have been able to get to this conversation if we weren't building it. You know what I mean? I feel like we got to this conversation because I was super into building this and I started talking about random things. But also having the ability to choose to be like a housewife or similar without being mocked for not promoting. Exactly, Omen. And I think that's the crux of what I was saying. You exactly got it right. I think, like, a lot of people look at traditional femininity and think it's an affront to what it means to be a modern woman. But what it means to be a modern woman is you can be that, or you can be a CEO, or you can be, you know, a career girly. You know what I mean? Like, all those things are what makes being a woman beautiful, and being able to respect women for their choices, whether you do want to stay at home or you do want to work, right? And not mocking them for that, right? It is an interesting topic to talk about. Yeah! This is why I always love your chatting streams. I'm glad you think so. Yeah. People say housewives so negatively when raising children sounds so easy. Yeah, because it's like, it is a lot of hard work, isn't it? I have a mom. I'm sure she went through a lot trying to raise me. Oh my goodness. Or be an anime girl on the internet. That's true. That's true. You know how tough it is to make these while talking? From Xenoblade Chronicles 3 to this deep talk. You say that as if the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 didn't have deep talk? Were we not talking about, like, what it means to be a human? Or, like, what makes you, you? Gosh. We should do more Xenoblade Chronicles 3 talk. I'll definitely... I just think it's really fun. Like, I know I'm not streaming Xenoblade to you all, but I think it's just really fun being able to, like... Because it's something that I do on my own time, like, it's my me thing. Like, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna come to you guys and tell you all about it, because I still love sharing stuff with you guys. Like, you know, I do find the importance of, like, having things that's just for you, right? Like, that you, like, can enjoy without worrying about, like, oh, I have to make content out of this, right? Or I have to, like, oh, I have to be entertaining. But I don't know, I still like being able to share with you all, like, things that I find exciting and things that I find fun. Oh my gosh, I don't know why this part's not going in. Let me look at the other bit that I made. Which is harder, making gunpla with gloves or making gloves using gunpla? I don't think I've... Let's think about that one. I'm down for hearing your current feelings on your XC3 journey. You should hop onto the... When the VOD's out, you should hop onto the old bits. I talked about the end of chapter 4 and the beginning of chapter 5 today. What? I'm telling you, XC3 dedicated stream. Maybe when I finish, and then I'll just show you all the event theater, and I could like, because what they have in Xenoblade is they have something called the event theater, and they basically go through. It's basically like where you can replay all the cutscenes. So I could like rank my favorite cutscenes and like talk about them as we watch them. That's technically gameplay, right? I don't know if I'm allowed to just show you all the cutscenes, but I think it should be fine if I'm showing it from the video game. You know what I mean? And if I'm giving a lot of like commentary and like adding a lot of like additional like thoughts and stuff like that, I didn't think it should be fun. But I do have a lot of thoughts about Xenoblade. Maybe too many. Maybe too many thoughts about Xenoblade. Oh goodness. Oh gosh. Sounds fine to me. Yay! Yay! I'm glad I can share stuff like that with you guys. And I think this is so random. Somebody I think asked if I have any other tools aside from the nipper. No, I don't. This is all I have. I do have a sheet of sandpaper, but I don't think it's fine enough to be meaningful. Oh gosh. This is so detailed. I love it. I love the detail. Nothing wrong with liking something that much. Exactly. Like I love having things to be that add that sort of excitement to my life. I don't know how people like can go about life with not being excited about something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's just a me thing. But oh my gosh, I saw this like post the other day of someone trying to like make fun of someone for like their fun little interest. And it's like just because someone's interest isn't like traditionally like isn't like mainstream and stuff like sports or whatever, like that shouldn't like invalidate it. You know what I mean? Like because a lot of people, this is a tale as old as time, right? People being like, anime, that's for kids. Or like, you know, video game, that's for kids. But it's like, we're not hurting anybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're just enjoying something, and you're not like superior just because you like something. Like, you're not like a superior adult because you like something that, you know, only adults like. You know what I mean? That's when you show your true nerd side. Yeah! Yeah! Back before anime was mainstream, gosh. Yeah. Gosh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I remember. I went to this like idle side job like event, like work event, I guess, team building event. I don't know. And I got to like meet a bunch of people, not just like my team, but like on other teams. So I met a lot of people that I didn't know before, and everyone was really friendly. We had a lot of cool conversations with all those really nice people. And this one person comes over and was like, "Hey guys, what are you all up to?" And you know, they were like, "What do you do?" And I told them what I do, and they're like, "You guys," like in a nice way, like in a good way. He goes, "You guys sound like a bunch of nerds," haha, like in a nice way, because they were also a nerd. And they're like, "Are any of you guys nerds? Like, would any of you guys consider yourself nerds?" And I go, "Yes, yes, me. Yes, very much a nerd. I would definitely consider myself a nerd." And they're like, "Oh, cool, why?" And I was like, "Oh, because I really like video games and anime." And they're like, "Whoa, no way, me too." And so we were like talking about it, and like they're like, "So what games do you play?" And usually when someone asks me what games do I play, I usually start with like, "Oh, I really like Minecraft." Like I go with the really like well-known, like what did I say earlier? I was like, I usually try to go for something that I think a lot of people will know, because that's an easy way to start conversation, right? Is go with something that is likely that other people will know. So I don't know, I think I said, well, I really want to try out Baldur's Gate, because I think that's something that a lot of gamers are really interested in. They were like, "Oh yeah, me too, I want to try it out." And so he was like, "Oh, but what are you playing?" I was like, "Oh, well, you know, so I was like, maybe I'll test the waters, because they seem to know they seem to know their stuff." So I go, "Oh, I've been playing Genshin Impact." And then I was like, And they're like, "Oh, cool, yeah, I know about that one." And so it was really cool just being able to talk about like video games with another person. Hello, fellow nerds. I play this. Always start with general games. Yeah, because, you know, sometimes people will be like, oh yeah, I play video games. And then you're like, oh cool, what games? Or no, you'll say like, oh yeah, I play like Honkai Star Rail. Or I'll say like, oh yeah, I play Mass Effect. And they're like, oh, I don't know about that one. I usually just play Candy Crush. And I go, oh, we're like two totally different kinds of games. And so I always have to like think about like, should I probably say something? This is also the wrong piece. No, this should be it. I don't know why it's not fitting. But I always try to stick with something more like well known, just so I can find a common ground more easily, so we can talk about stuff. I just like getting to talk to people. A different kind of mobile game, yeah. Just like, oh yeah, I like mobile games. Oh yeah, me too. What game do you play? Honkai Star Rail. What about you? Oh, Candy Crush. It's two very different. And again, not bashing them for liking Candy Crush. That's pretty cool. It's just I just was like, oh yeah, this is a totally different kind of game. I don't know if I can talk extensively about Candy Crush, so I'll have to find something else. I love this shoulder pad, by the way. It kind of reminds me of Sailor Moon. Don't you think? You have to know when to suppress your power level. Exactly, because I don't want to like make someone uncomfortable and talk about something they don't know. Right? If I don't want to just dump Xenoblade lore on a stranger I just met. You know what I mean? I have to know when to pull the stop. Your coworker who plays Genshin calls it Kitchen Impact? Because it sounds like kitchen. Funny. I've been kind of losing excitement for what I considered my favorite things. What do you mean? I've had issues recently with the things I'm usually excited for, we're having problems being less. Ooh, what do you mean? Care to elaborate? Because it's not that I like hide a certain part of myself because I'm embarrassed. It's more like I want to find a common ground. Which is why, like, I will... And that's usually why I try to at least start a conversation more mainstream, I guess, because I want to be able to find a common ground first, because I don't want to just start randomly talking about something they don't know. I want to find a common ground and say like, oh my gosh, you like Candy Crush? Well, I also play this other mobile game called I Love Hue, and it's like a color game, and like it's kind of like about moving things and like puzzle. Have you heard of that? And then we'll find like a common ground. Then you show your full power when you meet a fellow equal. Oh, absolutely. I love meeting other nerds in the wild. It's so fun. Okay. Here we go. Sorry this took so long because I got really distracted. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, let's put this on here. Got so distracted. Oh my gosh. How's everyone doing, by the way? Oh, look at that. I think we're all familiar with this song and dance. I know. Oh my gosh. I'm very used to saying sorry. Sometimes I say sorry on reflex, so you're good. I think I understand. We all had fun. Doing good when changing your keyboard switches. Ooh, fun! Hope that's going well. Doing great, a little hungry. Me too. So I was thinking, since we're already going so long, we could just keep going and I can do the wings. But I'm also getting kind of hungry. We'll see. How long do you think it'll take to do the backpack unit? Because I think that's the last thing I'd want to do on stream. Oh, nah. We'll do the backpack and weapons next time. That just means more tangent time later, right? You can't have all the fun in one go. Head unit. Okay, then I'll have to do the stickers later too. Oh boy, that's a lot. Of stickers. I'll do that later. Like a sticker. A15. Just waiting for the car to get to work. Have fun at work when you get there. The wings will be a bit of a doozy. Okay, we'll do wings and weapon for the last one then. I do wonder if you get some interesting conversations saying your most niche picks instead of the common ground. It really depends on the situation. If I know I'm around other like gamers, or if we're having a dedicated conversation about gaming, even if there's no other guaranteed gamers in the conversation, then I'll bring something up. But like for example, when I went to the team, I went to the first team event at Idle Side Job, and we was like, go around the room and talk about yourself and include a fun fact. At that point, I don't think I would be like, I like Honkai Star Rail, because it's like I would want to talk more about it, right? I wouldn't want to just say it and be like, okay, I don't know what that is. So yeah, it's like if it really depends on the context, right? I think for me, but that's just me. That's just a me thing. Me. Do re mi fa sol la ti do. The wings are almost another separate model, right? Because it's like it looks like we're almost done, even without it. But it's not done. Look at this weapon. Whoa. That's a big one. Sure, yeah, that's not the best suited situation to drop existential convo topics, right? Xenoblade. I want to play more Xenoblade, but I'm really busy. I usually only get to play Xenoblade on the weekends, when I'm not tired and busy. I really want to get that milkshake. Meh, it's okay. It'll be okay. I'll have my day to get that. C3. The double buster weapon. Is that what it's called? Good progress, yeah! And we've been talking a lot about stuff. We've got to talk a lot about fun stuff, I think, in my humble opinion. If I could begin to be half of what you think of me, I could do about anything. I could even learn how to love. When I see the way you act, wondering if I'm coming back, I would do about anything. I would even learn how to love like you. I always thought I might be bad. Now I'm sure that it's true, 'cause I think you're so good, and I'm nothing like you. Look at you go, I just adore you. I wish that I knew one week you think I'm so special. Taken by how long it took. Oh, thank you. Thank you everyone for the emotes. You love that iconic pose in the manual right now. This one? Oh yeah, that one's really cool. Any other focus songs you all want to suggest while I'm finishing up this last bit? Thank you. I appreciate you all. Oh, how the gentle wind beckons the leaf as autumn colors fall, dancing in a swirl of golden memories, the loveliest lies of all. Do you all want a spoiler for the song that I'm releasing this weekend? The song originally was super duper high. I really liked the singer for the originals for the song, but I just thought I love the singer, but there's no way I could reach the notes that they can reach. So I sing it an octave down, but even then it's still a little, not too low that I can't sing it, but the lowest notes are a little bit out of my range. So I had to sing it a little bit lower. So it is a lower range than it is normally. But I think you all will like it. Rita in red, yeah. Spooky, spooky. That is your spoiler. A song from Twice. I'm so curious about you, boy. Wanna keep it cool, but I know every time you move, got me frozen. I get so shy, it's obvious. Catching feels like butterflies. If I say what's on my mind, would it hit bullseye? Shoot, I'm ready, aiming fire. Baby, I wow. Feel like Cupid's alive, a lie I have tonight. Yeah, tonight. If your heart beats the same way, let me know. Cause I'm boom, boom, boom from head to toe. I know love, it is such a funny thing. A mystery alone. Wanna get to know you more. Cause I can feel a real connection. A supernatural attraction, yeah. I got the feels for you, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have stolen my heart, oh yeah. I got all the feels for sure, yeah. I got all the feels for ya. My name straight to my heart, oh yeah. I got all the feels for sure, yeah. I got all the feels for ya. Boy, boy, no. No, you got the feels, boy, boy, no. I know you feel it too, boy, boy, no. No, you got the feels, boy, boy, no. I have Rita singing this exact song stuck in my head for a few days now. Wait, this one? Would you be annoyed if I asked once again if RRR have been able to finalize getting back together? No, not yet. No comeback just yet. The MMDs of what song? Which one? The Feels? It's a good dance. Not surprised there are MMDs of it. You are my... I don't know why that song was the one that popped up next. You are my fire, the one desire, believe when I say I want it that way. When we are two worlds apart, can't reach your heart. I want it that way. Uh-oh, this thing about mom. Okay. Almost there. Almost there. I've just been talking so much about philosophy, Xenoblade, both at the same time. Oh, you know how we got into the conversation about femininity? It was because of Xenoblade. It was because somebody asked, "What are your favorite Xenoblade quotes?" And I was like, "Oh, it's this one specifically from I moved my mat. Oopsie doopsie. My bad. Hopefully everything's been centered and that you can see it properly. Here, let me adjust it. Nope. So that, because I hope I've been building it on camera. I've been trying to build like on top of the camera, or not on top, underneath the camera, so you all could see it well. But I think I accidentally moved my mat. So sorry if there was any bits of it that you didn't get to see, because my mat moved. I don't think it moved too much though, so fingers crossed you all didn't miss anything major. I don't think you all did. Okay, I think it's good now. I think you should be able to see everything. Okay, there we go. Hello. Hi. Okay, back to it. I know it all comes back to Xenoblade. Isn't that crazy? It was all centered? Okay, good. Sorry, my camera's also going wonky too. Gotta be careful of that. Okay, almost there. Almost done. Let's see if I can. F2, F3. Sorry, I'm trying to find these thingamabobs. Oh, that's not how the song starts. Led through the mist by the milk light of moon, all that was lost is revealed. Our long bygone burden, mere echoes of the spring. Where have they gone? And where will it end? If dreams can't be true, then why not pretend? As autumn colors fall, dancing in a swirl of golden memory, the loveliest light of all. Oi, Cizo, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm glad you found it relaxing. It makes me happy. Yeah, I rewatched Over the Garden Wall recently. I don't know why this is closed all the way. It's not notching there the way that I think it'll notch. Guess I'm just not pressing hard. Over the Garden Wall is my tradition to watch every Halloween. Same! It's so good for the spooky, cozy fall vibe. It's also a fascinating story, too. There we go. We've reached the cozy ending of it, of the stream. The loveliest light of all. The Beast's design is horrifying. Oh yeah, it is called the Beast. In fact, not called the Beast for no reason. Look at that! Almost there, almost there. Wow. Here we go. We gotta be careful with this part, remember? The little thingamabobs. The eyebrows. Dancing in a swirl of golden memories, the loveliest of all. I get to see if they've seen some good clips. It's really good. Great. Now let's figure out where the eyebrows go. Oh, on this thingamabob. It Careful, the eyebrows. Look at that. That's cool. Okay, and then C. Nope. Sea runner, where are you? There it is. This is G. I can't read. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Then we'll have one more stream after this. I know, so sad that it has to end so soon. So I say so soon as it's been 2.5 hours already. Okay, here we go. Oh boy, I don't remember which one was C10, C20, and C21. But it's okay. It's like that. Yep. Oopsie daisy. This side. Careful of the unibrow. Eyebrow, whatever it's called. The thingamabop. It's this other side. Double check. Maybe I'll inspect it like that. I think actually this is the... Hold it like this so I don't break the eyebrows. Like that. Perfect. Perfect. It's been almost 3 hours. I know, I'm getting kind of hungry. I'll probably wrap up Super Chat rather quickly. I just got too distracted by the Xenoblade talk and the philosophize. How to keep Rita longer? I'm just kidding. No, I'm good at monitoring my hunger and my tiredness. I think this is good. This was the goal that we wanted to have. So I think this is a good place to stop. See, we were able to finish our goal today. We did the heads and the arms. Speaking of which, I will now show it to you all when it's attached. Evie! We did it! Loisimos, we did it! I have to be careful moving the arms, because remember there's that one piece that's kind of wiggly. Yippee! Oh, Eri has a sibling now. Well, not done yet. But thank you all so much for stopping by for our third build. We have one more after this, so tune in next week for that. But I am going to do some super chat reading, some quick chatting before we wrap up and raid our next stream, which I will go check in just a moment. But if you do want to stick around, feel free to do so and stay around for the raid as well if you'd like. But if you're heading out for the day, I hope you have a wonderful rest or a wonderful rest of your day. Let's go! Thanks for the very deep and philosophical stream. Of course! Hold on, let me turn up my fan real quickly. All of this intense building is really doing a number. Yoop. Oopsie daisy. Okay, here we go. Okay, just making sure that my model kit, my gunpla didn't break. Okay, aside. Evie! Am I planning to do any panel lining in the future? I don't know what that is. The night would be complete if you can get a milkshake. If I can convince my friend to go with me, then I will do it. Otherwise, I won't. Essentially, I need an enabler, is what I'm trying to say. Sir Simplot, thank you so much for celebrating your membership anniversary as Idol Producer. Thank you for the head pad. Very much appreciated. Evie, so thank you for this super chat. The moment you complete it, you are a Gundam! Oh my gosh, we're almost there. We're one backpack unit and just a couple of weapons away from being a Gundam. Noah, thank you so much for the heart super sticker. Do it! Get a milkshake! Oh god, I don't want to be the only one with a milkshake. You can relate to that needing enabler. You know who's my enabler? Luto. Oh my gosh. She is the chaos starter and I am the sustainer. Because I just go along with whatever Luto does. Luto is the ideator and I'm the one that makes it happen. I'm the one who can set things in motion. She's the one with all the grand ideas. Like, do you remember? Was it like was it our anniversary stream or something? We did some sort of stream where we had this idea where we would make it like a TV show, and we would have like the transition wipes that were like you're watching Disney Channel. We're like the yin and the yang. Oh my gosh. I'm the sustainer of heavenly principles. Uh-oh. Ding, ding, ding. I'm the getaway driver. Oh my gosh. I do like driving, actually. I like driving and I think I'm good at it. I dropped by your channel once and saw a cover duet. Which one was it? I loved all of the covers you've done. You should go listen to them. Ludo sets the world on fire and Rita stands there just saying, be careful. I would say be careful. I would say don't do that. Oh my gosh. So funny. Jacob, thank you so much for celebrating your 3rd month as Idol Coach. The progress is looking great. And Gundam 0EW should be your main Gundam. It's an angel. Just like you! And I am a Siren Angel, huh? Guess it does make sense. Oi, Shizo, thank you so much for the super chat. This has been really relaxing. Thank you, of course! I'm really happy to hear that. It was really fun and relaxing for me too. So, thank you so much for starting off the week with me. And tomorrow, if you want more chatting, we're gonna have a nice quick little candy mukbang. I say quick because I don't want to eat too much candy. So if you want to chat some more, we're gonna talk about self-care and treating yourself while I enjoy some treats. I thought it'd be a fun Halloween theme, sort of mental health conversation. I thought it'd be nice. We'll keep it nice and quick so I don't eat too much candy. But I'll have some topics, or if you have any questions or advice, I'll look at my thoughts on stuff. I think it'll be fun and cozy. Thank you for the disguised deep talk stream, of course! Really, for me, these are just as much as chatting streams as they are building streams. But I think that's the beauty of it, right? Is that you can build and talk at the same time. It's not like video. No? Merida, thank you so much for the dono. Thank you for the very relaxing stream. Thank you for stopping by the very relaxing stream. Very much appreciated. Go ahead and find another stream to raid into. I'll have to find my new chatting vehicle. I feel like if I'm doing something while I chat, it brings more out of me. Shiki's about to start streaming in 19 minutes, so let's go ahead and raid into her. So you all can have some time to take a quick snack break and get some water, and then you all can enjoy the convenience store with Shiki. That's a good one! I played convenience store. Pretty fun. I appreciate the talks again. Of course! I'm really happy to hear that. But yeah, tomorrow the topic is self-care, so if you all want to bring up questions, your thoughts, your, things that you want advice on, I'd be more than happy to talk about it. Well, convenience store. But yeah, thank you again so much for stopping by. I had a lot of fun. We're almost there, so do expect one more stream. But as always, I'm the idol to give you the wings to fly, Cyber Angel, Rita Kamishiro, at your service. Bye! My goodness, I just realized something. The date that I have on my schedule is actually different from what it's on my calendar, so I actually need to change it. So it's not tomorrow, actually. I'm so sorry. It's on Thursday. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll go ahead and make that up.
Silly me. I was like, wait a minute, I'm not streaming tomorrow. Why is it tomorrow? It's actually going to be in 2 days, so the order of streams is still correct. But the order of operations is still correct. I just have to change that 4 into a 6, or that 24 into a 6, 26. So go ahead and do that real quickly, and I'll update it on Twitter and Facebook. But again, thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Yeah, no stream tomorrow. It's Thursday. Bye! I'll miss you guys. Bye!